Nigeria has kick-started its 16 days of activism against gender-based violence with a 6.10-kilometer walk in the FCT. The 16-day campaign is an annual event organized to sensitize citizens about the issues impacting women and girls across the globe. Lois Abasambo was there and now tells us more.
Led by the FCT Minister and Director General of NAPTIP, the walk commenced at the Center for Art and Culture Area 10 Abuja and ended at the Unity Fountain. Supported by USAID Breakthrough Action Nigeria, the walk serves as part of activities to advocate for support for women and girls during the 16 days campaign aimed at exponentially eradicating gender-based violence worldwide. Addressing journalists after the walk, FCT Minister, who was represented by the Secretary Social Development, Mrs. Grace Awe, said the FCT administration is committed to ending sexual and gender-based violence in the territory.
The FCT has zero tolerance for gender-based violence, whether to the male or to the female. So we encourage those that are suffering this form of violence to come out.
Also speaking, Director General of NAPTIP, Dr. Fatima Waziri Azi, called on citizens to expose perpetrators of gender-based violence, adding that about 1,000 cases have been reported in the past 10 months in the FCT alone.
We know that this is something which is not just predominant to the Nigerian setting. It is a global problem. For us in NAPTIP, in 10 months, that's from January to October, we have received a total of 1,100 complaints from the general public in the FCT. So it is our responsibility as individuals, as human beings, to speak against issues of sexual and gender-based violence.
USAID Breakthrough Action Nigeria Advocacy and Capacity Strengthening Officer Ms. Dorothy John and other stakeholders called on citizens to break the culture of silence in order to reduce to the barest minimum cases of gender-based violence.
For some reason, people prefer not to speak out because it is not usually too far. You find out that it is people within the household or the vicinity that are violating these victims. And so they feel protecting their loved ones just to cover up for the African culture. They just feel let's protect it is our own, it is our blood. So we join our voice to the global community to say, speak up against violence against women and girls.
To say no to human trafficking, no to rape, no to harmful traditional practices, no to stalking, no to harassment, no to female genital mutilation, and most of all, break the culture of silence.
The 16 days of activism against gender-based violence is an annual campaign that begins on the 25th of November, which is the International Day for the Elimination of Violence Against Women, and runs through to the 10th of December, which is the International Human Rights Day. Lois Abasambo, ASO Television News.